What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rope Monster coming at you here from beautiful sunny Playa del Carmen. Today I'm making the trip from Playa del Carmen to Bacalar. This video is for anyone thinking about making this journey. I'm going to share the entire journey, some essential tips along the way, the duration of the ride, the cost of the tickets, and also some bonus material when we get to Bacalar. I'm going to talk about getting the best deal on lodging right on the lagoon. I highly recommend that if you're going to Bacalar, you try to stay on the lagoon in a place that offers you access to bicycles and kayaks. And I'm going to show you how to do that on the cheap. So budget travelers, anyone who's heading to Bacalar, this video is for you. I'm going to do this particular trip on a budget but still be right on the lagoon. So guys, stick around to the end of the video to see my lodging and how much I paid for that. And I'm also going to hopefully meet up with a new friend down there in Bacalar as well. And in the coming days, we'll have some more videos coming as far as maybe a sunrise kayak out to Bird Island and some other adventures like a pontoon tour. So stick around and stay tuned for those videos. Smash the like button if you like these style videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. Vamanos. All right, first things first, as always, we got to pack up the essentials from my medicine chest here. And guys, it's really important to grab some Band-Aids, some type of topical treatment for your joints. We're going to be doing a lot of paddleboarding, kayaking. That's just what you do in Bacalar. Maybe a little Tylenol. And you know what else? Some probiotics. These guys are right here. This is not medical advice, but anytime I'm going to a new place and I'm trying new restaurants, I bring some type of probiotics. There's nothing worse than not being able to go out on the lagoon because you can't go far away from the bathroom. So anything that will stop diarrhea, probably bring that along on a trip. All right, my friends, you may have noticed I didn't pack sunscreen. Well, you can't wear sunscreen in the lagoon, nor can you in Los Rapidos. So you're gonna wanna get yourself a long sleeve rash guard. I picked this one up here. It's pretty sweet. It's an Indio long sleeve. So that'll protect me from the sun. Also, I'm gonna have my trusty camo boonie hat. You're gonna want a nice big hat, something to cover your head and neck and your arms and shoulders. The sun is intense out there on the lagoon and no sunscreen. All right, two very important tips before we leave the house. First of all, buy your ticket in person at either of the two ADO stations, the Turistica or the Alterna. But just know that this particular bus leaves from the Alterna, okay? And that's on 20th Ave and Calle 12, 20 and 12. So if you go to the other ADO station, your bus will not be there, okay? Very important. Another thing you may notice, I have a physical ticket in my hand. They will try to just email you the ticket, try to get them to print you the actual ticket and email you the ticket. Redundancies are key. So guys, with that being said, just about time to leave the house. But how are we gonna get to the ADO station? I'm gonna order an in-drive. I know some of these tips will be familiar to some of you, but it bears repeating. I'm not gonna go up to 10th Avenue with all my luggage and wait in the hot sun. I'm just gonna order an in-drive. That's INDRIVE on the app. I'm gonna name my price, which will be 70 pesos. And it's gonna take me over there, and that in-drive will be here within 2 or 3 minutes. So there's no waiting or guesswork. Will we get a taxi in time? You do not wanna be in that situation of wondering if a taxi will stop and pick you up. If they're all full, they will not. Now you know. All right, my friends, it's go time. Another pro tip, just be ready. I'll throw up an overlay on the screen, but within 20 seconds of ordering an in-drive, I had 3 offers, and the closest one is only 3 minutes away. So just be ready when you order the in-driver. They can be as little as 1 minute away. There's a lot of drivers floating around out there. Now you know, let's hop in this in-drive and get over to the ADO Alterna, and then let's talk about ticket prices. Gracias, Jesus. All right, we just got a really good in-driver there, 70 pesos. We're here at the ADO Alterna. I'll put up on Google Maps where we are. I'm going to tell you guys what the ticket prices are for Quintanaroenses, residents, and for tourists. We're also going to grab a liter of water. You do not want to get on a 4-hour bus ride without water. Don't make that mistake. All right, guys, so ticket price, I just checked on the tourist and the resident. I already have my ticket, but it's 544 pesos, whether you're a tourist or a resident. So by being a Quintanaroense, you're not really saving any money on this particular trip. It kind of reminds me of the Train Maya as well. You don't get a discount for being a resident. You only get a discount if you're an actual Mexican citizen on the Train Maya. Speaking of the Train Maya, leave in the comments Train Maya if you want me to take the Train Maya back from Bacalar. I might do that just to show the experience. Let me know if you want to see that video. Guys, pro tip of the day, I've mentioned this before in videos, but it bears repeating. Keep your mission critical stuff on your person at all times on the ADO. Do not put it in the overhead bins or under the bus. Okay, and then this will go under the bus, but I've got a luggage lock on there. But anything like a MacBook Pro, cameras, cell phone, debit cards, cash, it's all got to stay on your person. If you fall asleep, there are multiple stops on this route. If you fall asleep on the bus, someone can just reach up and grab your stuff and leave the bus in Tulum or Carrillo Puerto or any of the other stops along the way. So you can see I've got my dry bag there with the MacBook Pro. I've got all my cash and debit cards, etc., my cell phone, camera, all right here. Do not get robbed on the ADO bus. It happens all the time. Now you know. So guys, another pro tip, as my luggage goes under the bus and there it will stay, you gotta grab something warm, at least a cotton t-shirt. Hola hermano. Yeah, para Bacalar. The bus is freezing cold, so grab something out of your luggage to keep you warm on the trip. All right guys, getting on the bus, always a good feeling. Mission critical stuff on my person, luggage under the bus. This one, they don't give you any kind of a ticket or anything. You just put it under there and hope it's still there when you get where you're going. All right, I got seat 17. We got a window seat, so I should be able to show you guys some of the scenery along the way, although it's mostly just highway. There are some cool things to see, like some people selling pineapples 3 for 100 pesos and stuff along the way. The other thing, guys, I wanted to mention, headphones. If you can download some music, you won't have signal on the whole trip for sure, but there's usually movies playing in here, and the volume just plays, so you don't. Last time I was on an ADO bus ride to Chiquila, they had a movie and it was like about dogs, and they were just barking dogs the whole movie. And most of us who live in Mexico, we get enough barking dogs, and so you'll want to be able to drown that out, put on the headphones. Don't forget your headphones. All right guys, this is a 4-hour bus ride. There are some USB charging ports here on the bus. Sometimes they don't work, so you may want to bring an OtterBox or some type of redundancy to charge your phone so that you can arrive in Bacalar with a fully charged phone to find your accommodations, get checked in, and not be without signal, or without battery. So that's another thing. So I will be timing this trip on the stopwatch. The moment we leave the station, I'll start the timer and we'll see how long this actually takes, but they say it's about 4 hours. I think a lot of people come to Playa and don't go to Bacalar because they think it's just too far away, but 544 pesos and 4-hour nap and you're there. So that's actually not too bad. All right guys, the bus has just left the station and I have just started the stopwatch. So let's see if this is really a 4-hour ride or if we're in for some delays, any surprises. Usually the ADO is pretty punctual, but we'll find out.
me atrevo a bailar arriba de esa tarima. Yo no me atrevo a bailar arriba de esa tarima. Con esas bailadoras que vuelan con cada rima. Con esas bailadoras que vuelan con cada rima.
Alright guys, we're a half an hour into the trip. We got the phone charging here on the trusty OtterBox. And this is why you gotta have your headphones. You do not want to get stuck listening and watching, listening to that when you're trying to doze off to sleep. This movie's super annoying. I don't know what it's called, but I already know I don't like it, and I do like what's in my headphones. At this moment, I got some Willie Nelson in there, just going OG, old school, but it's definitely better than this movie. Don't forget your earbuds or your headphones. ADO naps are the best. Alright my friends, I just took one heck of an ADO bus nap, my favorite. I do my best sleeping on these buses. We are 2 hours and 16 minutes into the ride. I slept almost 2 hours, it was fantastic. But I woke up hungry. Gee, if only I had a snack. Oh, I came prepared this time. On my ride to Chiquila to go to Holbox, I forgot my tacos in the fridge. Never again. Bum bum, bum 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 bum. Got some chorizo here from Spain. The Iberico chorizo. Oh, so satisfying. Guys, this is the snack of all snacks, the quality of all quality, the Iberico chorizo. You gotta get this at Chedraui Selecto before your trip. Of course, I'm not affiliated with them, but it's so good, it's so juicy, so satisfying for a hungry rope monster. It's just a lot of fat and protein. It'll fuel me up for my kayak ride out to Bird Island. Highly recommend, guys. Just a giant piece of chorizo. So good. I wonder how many calories are in this. It's a lot. Definitely a lot. In fact, oh yeah, it even says on the bag, excessive calories, excessive saturated fats, and excessive sodium. Palacios chorizo for the win. Boop. All jokes aside though, I do get this one because it has no artificial ingredients, no MSG, no conservatives, and no fake colorings. It's really difficult to get meat like this with no sodium nitrates or nitrites, but this one highly recommend for meat lovers on the go. Meat lovers on the go, baby. Alright guys, we are in Felipe Carrillo Puerto. Now some of you might be wondering, hey, couldn't we just rent a car and drive down? Well, you could. And car rentals are very cheap here, maybe 600 pesos, 700 pesos a day maximum. But you might also end up paying some bribes along the way. The police actually pulled us over last time we drove down here in Felipe Carrillo Puerto. There's this section where the speed limit is only like 20 kilometers an hour, and nobody drives that slow. But if you don't, and you're a car full of gringos, you'll likely get pulled over and have to pay something, a little something something. We'll call it a regalito to the police. And we ended up having to give them 1,000 pesos, otherwise they threatened taking my friend's driver's license. So there is an alternative route that bypasses this lovely little town, and I highly recommend you take that. We missed the turnoff, and it ended up costing us 1,000 pesos. Now you know. Alright guys, Garfield has almost come to an end, and we are 3 hours and 57 minutes into the trip. It is 1:46. The bus ticket was for 9:40 a.m., but we are exactly 3 hours and 57 minutes removed from when we actually left the station. So very smooth sailing. I slept like a baby at least 2 hours of the trip, and I'm getting extremely excited because we're just about to pull into the ADO here. We are officially in Bacalar. Stick around guys, I'm going to show you around town a little bit and then show you my lodging and what that lodging includes, and show you the inside of my room. We'll also check those Wi-Fi speeds, download and upload speeds, to see if I'm going to be able to bring you guys videos while I'm here in Bacalar. Thank you guys for sticking around to this point of the video. Just smash the like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. And here we are in town, pulling into the ADO station, and we say goodbye to Garfield. Bye Garfield. So very impressive service by the ADO. It makes it hard for me to want to take the train Maya, because 3 hours 58 seconds and we are officially parked in the ADO station. So under 4 hours. Good job, ADO. Alright, hopping off the bus. We just gotta pick up little Ronaldo. Make sure he's in here somewhere under the bus. Hopefully he had a good ride. I know I did. Great success, guys. 4 hours on the dot, 544 pesos in Bacalar. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We got Ronaldo, we got the luggage. I'm gonna take a little stroll. I've got about an hour and 20 minutes till I can check into my lodging, so I'm gonna hit one of my favorite cafes, get Java wasted. Need to wake up. So my friends, this is the sleepy little town of Bacalar. This is not the touristy area, but I'm going to take you to a spot. If you get here to Bacalar and you're hungry for some baked empanadas or pastes, or you want coffee, this place should be your first stop, and it's definitely going to be my stop number one before I go check into my lodging. This is kind of becoming a tradition. Me and Jim and Asami stopped at this place, so I'm going to stop here for my first stop in Bacalar, then head over to the lagoon and check into my cabin. Oh yeah, rope monster getting cooked like a lobster today, but you know what? We found it. We found it. Check this out. Paste, El Paste Dos, I believe this place is called. Jim and Asami showed me this place. Hopefully they're still open today. We can grab a cappuccino, something like that, and something to snack on. Paste y empanada horneada. These are baked empanadas, much more healthy, trying to lay off the oils. Let's check it out. Hola, hola, ¿cómo has estado? ¿Todavía hay empanadas? ¿O pastes? ¿Jamón con queso hay? Okay.
Sí, jamón, atún y de frijol.
¿Con queso Philadelphia?
Filadelfia, sí. Y es que hoy cerramos un poquito más temprano, entonces no se volvió.
My friends, so you can see this place is just pleasant. Tons of greenery, plants everywhere. Very cute little spot. This was the first cafe I ever came to in Bacalar. And I decided to rethink the coffee after walking here from the ADO, 17 minutes in the sun. I got this agua fresca for 50 pesos, and I thought it would be some dinky little thing, but No, she made it fresh for me with no sugar, and it's an agua de mango. And look at this right here. We've got the son pastes, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Okay.
pastas.
¿Me puedes explicar la diferencia entre paste y empanada?
Paste es la masa, es una masa mucho más sencilla y la otra es una masa que tiene es hojaldrada,
Ah, okay.
que tiene varias capas y tiene
Okay,
mantequilla.
okay,
Entonces la masa es distinta.
okay,
Es distinta.
excelente.
Me parece que hoy esta de frijol sí es de la masa de empanada.
Okay.
Generalmente
Y
esa también es de empanadas. O sea, ahorita las dos son de empanadas.
Huele
Generalmente la de frijol es la de pasta de paste.
Okay.
Es mucho más sencilla.
Excelente. All right, guys.
Provecho.
Gracias. We're in for a treat. So I've got this freshly made agua de mango with no sugar. I'm really trying to cut out all refined sugar to really get my health on point. And then she was saying that the difference between pastes and empanadas is really the difference between the masa, the breading. Some have layers, the others just more simple. But she said today the pastes are made with the empanada masa. So this is beans and Philadelphia cream cheese, and this one is jamon con queso, ham and cheese. So, and 30 pesos each, guys. So I've got my lunch. This was 50 pesos, so 110 pesos. I get this deliciousness and this guy here, and they bring out fermented veggies, habanero, and salsa matcha. So very, very happy. I'm gonna set up my first bite magic, but I gotta take a drink of this this agua de mango first. Comes with a metal straw and everything. Oh man. Yeah, no way I could do coffee after that walk, and I got a little walk ahead of me. I'm planning to walk all the way to my accommodations just to show you guys around town a little bit. But this is the way to go. Agua de mango sin azúcar. So guys, first bite magic, we got some habanero in vinagre and salsa matcha. And this is bean and Philadelphia cream cheese. That is a good looking first bite. Oh. Definitely make this your first stop, you won't regret it. I don't know what's better, the agua fresca or putting the cold icy jug on my head and neck. Oh, that feels good. Either way, I'm rejuvenated, guys. Those pastes brought me back to life. Just what I needed. I got a half an hour walk ahead of me to get to my place, which is perfect because it's 2:30. My check-in time is 3 o'clock. I'll show you a couple of spots. I'll show you the first glimpse we get of the lagoon here in a moment, and then I'll show you my lodging and get all checked in and probably hop in a kayak to finish out this video. Thank you guys all for sticking around, checking out the content, smashing the like button. You know the drill. I really appreciate each and every one of you on this spontaneous trip coming along with me to Bacalar. All right. Moving on, but look how cute this place is, guys, for couples, for a nice quiet date, little coffee date. Now you know, please come show them some love over here. I'll leave on Google Maps exactly where we are. Business is slow here like anywhere else during the temporada baja, so I had to come show them some love before anything else. But now it is time to go check out the lagoon, take a look at the main plaza, and get a feel for the vibe here in Bacalar. 2025. It's good to be back. This little ice cream place is fire. Dolce Amaro. I'll have to hit that up in a little bit. That's how I finished my last trip down here with Jim and Asami, was that ice cream place. So good. Good way to cool off. So we're right by the main plaza, and they've got this little wooden walkway up there. This place does come to life at night, so we'll probably pop back over here this evening to finish out the bonus material. For now, I just want to get a glimpse of the lagoon, and there it is. Wow, lagoon of 7 colors. We'll get a better view, of course, from my lodging because it's right on the lagoon, but I just wanted to get that first glimpse. Then we have the old fort right over there. Probably pay that a visit this trip as well. I didn't do that last trip. Oh, look at this. Challenge accepted. 350 all beer you can drink from noon to 6:30 p.m. only with food consumption. So Samsara Lagoon Club. Tempting. And they have a different version, beer, mezcal, tequila, all the drinks you can drink, $5.50 with food consumption. 6.5 hours. So you eat a meal and just drink for 6.5 hours. Pretty sure I could drink 350 pesos worth of beer in 6 hours. That might have to be its own video. Just type all you can drink in the comments if you want me to hit that, and we'll make a day out of it. And maybe I'll invite my friend who I'm meeting up with later. We'll see if she's up for that. I know she can drink some beer, so that could be a fun day right there. Pretty sure they have access to kayaks as well, but I'm not sure they'll let us use them if we're drinking all we can drink. Maybe. It's Mexico. Alright, my friends, I'm already feeling the peace. Look at the Laguna right there behind me. Now, this is very much for you budget travelers. A lot of you in that Cozumel series typed in the comments, budget traveler. And so this is for you. I'm going to share with you what my lodging accommodation looks like on the inside and the price at the end. But I want to show you the grounds first and what this includes. But you can imagine how the stars will be at night, the sunrise. This is really not a bad spot, nice and secure with the gate there. Let's go down and check this out. So I was just speaking with Aurelio, the maintenance guy and manager of this place. And he says I can use the kayaks, bicycles anytime I want. I don't have to leave an ID. He's like, confiamos en usted. So they trust me. There's no one else here, guys. So essentially, I have this entire villa to myself for a very, very low price. So I'll show you this little seating area first. And I'll show you how I booked this place as well at the end. Okay, I had to test the staircase first. Seemed a little iffy. Let's get this nice covered, shaded lunch area with the breeze, seating area. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got kayaks and paddles available to us there. A floating dock. Plenty deep enough to jump off because this is actually a cenote that is 60 meters deep. One of the deepest in Quintana Roo. So we've got life jackets. There are also masks and snorkels and maybe fins. Let's go check on that. So far I'm pretty darn happy with what I see. I did check out the room. At first they tried to give me one of the rooms that didn't have the window and the lagoon view, and I said no. The one in the pictures had the little table in the window with the lagoon view. I was like, you're not doing that to me. I was gonna ask for a refund, but they went ahead and changed me to the room that I thought I was getting. So all is well. So there is a microwave and a hot plate and apparently a garrafon, yes, with water right here. And masks and snorkels and goggles right there. It looks like this is one of the suites, but once again it is it's not occupied. None of these places are, so I've got the place to myself. Should have asked them for the key to this one, just upgrade it to this guy right here. I didn't know this existed. Maybe I'll try to upgrade tomorrow. But I kind of like where I'm at, being up high. As far as a budget traveling place, I think a lot of people think you have to stay in a hostel in town. You can't be on the lagoon for cheap. Just right there where those people are standing, are some of the more expensive beach clubs. So I can hop in a kayak, go right over there, or I can go all the way out to Isla Pájaros. It's about a mile paddle, and enjoy the same exact lagoon, the same exact water as the people paying $250 a night. Got this nice lounge area here that I didn't even see in the photos. I don't know why they didn't put that in the photos. That's beautiful. So I'll be hopping in one of these kayaks, taking a nice ride. Oh my goodness, guys, look at the hammock. All right, happy rope monster. Now we got a hammock right here. This is where I'm going to be spending a lot of my time. This all has a very higher end feel down here. I mean, look at this view. All right, guys, without further ado, I'm not going to keep you hanging on too long, but I just wanted to show you everything that this includes. So let's go check out the actual room. But I am very pleased with the location, the grounds, being on the lagoon. It is a little farther out of town than I thought. Google Maps was actually wrong, or maybe I put in the wrong Toucan villages or whatever. So it is a little farther south. I'll put up on Google Maps exactly where I am, but it's only a 50 peso taxi ride to get anywhere in Bacalar, so not a problem. Also, there's bicycles. I could take a bicycle ride. Let's go check out the room. I can't wait to get in this water. Look at this staircase right in to the swings. Looks like it's gonna be a fun weekend. The only thing is, guys, anyone with any kind of disabilities, this is a lot of stairs to get down to the lagoon. There are other options like Casa Bacal, if you don't mind spending a little more money, and that way you don't have all these stairs to get down. Because this is definitely going to get the calves burning. But most budget travelers and backpackers have plenty of stamina to do some extra stairs, especially if it saves a little bit of this. So guys, we've made it back up top. As mentioned, I've got this whole place to myself, at least for now, and I just rechecked on booking.com, which is indeed where I booked this. And these other ones that don't have the lagoon view are even cheaper. So let's check this one out, guys. This is my humble abode right here. Little mini fridge. And I don't like to use the AC. I have a fan and I have the breeze right through here. So guys, I paid $180 for 4 nights to be right on the lagoon, with taxes and everything. So just a little over 40, just about 45 bucks a night, right at $45 a night. And it does have its own little sink and coffee maker. The bathroom is actually not bad. I actually do fit more or less under the shower, sort of. So it kind of passes the shower test, almost. It's about equal to the shower I had in Cozumel. So guys, I'm finding these places on booking.com last minute. I booked this place last night, and I think if I would have waited till this morning to book it, yes, there's always a risk that I could lose it, but it gets even cheaper. So I got a fat discount for a last minute deal, and then also the Genius discount. I don't know why I get that discount. Okay, I'm up to 21 on the upload speeds. So it's possible. It might be possible. We're gonna try to upload a video from Bacalar. Let's go. All right, guys, time for Ronaldo's second flight ever in Bacalar. His first flight was off a pontoon boat, so this little guy's done it all. Godspeed, Ronaldo. The world is your oyster. There you have it, guys. How to get to Bacalar from Playa del Carmen. Pretty easy, 4-hour ride. Now you know the cost. You know some things to look out for. Some tips and tricks. I showed you my favorite cafe, of course, here to eat on the cheap, on the budget, in Bacalar, right when you get into town. Budget accommodations, and I've cut this place all to myself, basically living like a millionaire. Yet this is for budget travelers, guys. If you really appreciate my efforts, just smash the like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. It really means the world to me. But to find gems like this for, $40, $42 a night, that's a win right there. That's gold. That's worth gold. And so, guys, I'll be keeping it pretty laid back. I'm here for 4 nights. I'll be doing some videos for you guys, flying Ronaldo. I'll be taking some nice kayak rides. But really, I'm trying to rest and just chill. And so these will be really laid back vlog-style videos of just kind of what I'm doing anyway for the most part. Anyway, hope you enjoy the upcoming videos. I am going to take myself a proper hammock nap. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for sticking around for the bonus material. Much love to each and every one of you. Rope Monster out.